If you go to Herald Square, you cannot possibly compare turning right and walking into Macy's and turning left and walking to JCPenney because they're coming from two completely different places.
That's true, but if you own the shares this year, you want to be a JCPenney holder and not a Macy's holder. Take a look at Macy's shares. Now, again, to be fair, over the last 5 years, total return has trounced the S&P by 40%. But you've got here what we call a breakaway gap. In technical terms, this could mean a turnaround, and you know, you've got your managers, you've got your customers, but you've got your shareholders. They're the owners, and you're the agent of the shareholder. What do you do about this?
We forgot your fourth customer, your shareholder.
Yeah, let me start with that, but let me back up and make it crystal clear. For the last 5 years, we've actually outperformed the market by 400%. So Macy's has had total shareholder return of 532% against the Dow Jones of 121%. And so, you know, that's our track record, and it's crystal clear.
I see Macy's over the last 5 years total return, if you can bring my Bloomberg back up, beating the S&P by 40%. This is the difference in total return, the white line being Macy's and the orange line being the S&P.
All right,
well,
looks good to me.
Yeah, I can tell you loud and clear, and maybe it's the start point which we're talking about, but I can promise you
just 5 years.
Shareholders have been rewarded handsomely by being a Macy's shareholder, and they will again, because as I said yesterday when I was out there talking to investors, I believe that not only are our sweaters on sale, our stock price is on sale at this point in time, and we have consistently delivered when we've had challenges. This company, this team has consistently come back and outperformed the marketplace. And we are going against much stronger numbers than most of our competitors, and there is something to that. When you have a strong base of business, building on top of that base is much more difficult than when you've had depreciated sales.
What's happened here? What has happened over the last couple of months this is a really pronounced turnaround in the price? Is that U.S. retail customer? Is that the global picture? I mean, what's the problem?
And I will say you're not allowed to say warm weather.
No, and you have picked a couple of individual companies, but frankly, the market response to retail has been very challenging. So on a broader retail look, there's no question that everybody has been significantly impacted on their stock price. And that's obvious. There's no question about it. This has been one of the warmest winters that we've all experienced, and we see it by market, by individual location. We can talk about 20, 30-degree warmer temperatures from October all the way through November. International tourism. Not everybody. Some of these other stores you've mentioned, not all of these stores have an international tourist consumer. If you do, the dollar has an impact on that. There's no question about it. The strength of the dollar makes the euro less valuable. When they're trying to shop here, when the Brazilians are trying to shop here, it's very clear. You can see that by location, and we can track it by currency, by individual store. So those things are impacting us. Will those impact us forever? The answer is no. And so for somebody who has a short-term focus, I totally get it, and I totally understand the impact that you're seeing here. But if you believe in the history of what we've been able to accomplish when our backs have been against the wall, you'd bet on this company.